Agriculture is a business. Farming without a financial motive is gardening. Welcome to this video where we'll discuss why you shouldn't quit your job to venture into crop farming. Have you been inspired by photos of farmers making millions from crop farming in the social media? Let me show you why you shouldn't quit your job. Number one, the factors of production and the prices of the goods that you'll produce. For production, you have to know whether your soil is fertile. You have the availability of water. Do you have water at your farm, or are you relying on the rivers? Availability of labor. This one is very important. In every crop that you grow, you find that there are specific skills that are needed by to grow such a crop. For example, tomatoes. You'll find that the staking of the tomatoes, you have to have semi-skilled labor. Capital. You must have 6 months to 1 year savings in your account. This is not for the farming, this is for your own consumption. The money you will use to grow the crop, seeds, fertilizer and other agrochemicals, including labor. That is the budget that you should have for growing the crop. Now, let's get into the prices. Know how much you can produce per unit area. Probably you have seen the success stories and got inspired. Remember, they are being celebrated for being on the far right of the distribution curve. So, what do you work with? My advice, work with the lowest prices and the average production. Ask yourself if you will be able to make the amount you get as a salary from your production. Farming is labor intensive. You will be too tired at the end of the day. You will work overtime and even 7 days a week for months. The other issue is isolation. This one doesn't get talked about much. You'll spend most of your time toiling in your garden and you'll lose all your friends and your workmates. If you happen to work all day, you won't even have time to go to your nearest public sitting place to drink some booze. Now let's talk about your mental health. From the isolation and from the talking of the local community, you will find that it was better while you lived in the city. Reason being, if you burn your fingers and probably don't have any other amount of money left in your bank account, you can't find loans because this time round you don't have anything, you don't have savings. People will start talking and they will talk, and you will be so stressed because now you don't have money. Your family is depending on you to provide food, and you had a job, and finding a new one is becoming difficult. So be prepared. You also have to realize that farming is a science because it involves so many things. You have to know when to apply fertilizers, for example, what agrochemical to use at particular periods of the season or growth period of the plant, and many other issues. You don't just wake up one day and decide that, oh, now I am a farmer, I will grow crops as a profession. The farmers you see at the villages know a lot about crop farming that they have learned over the years. To be honest, I think Crop farming is a roll of the dice. Pests and diseases are your biggest enemy when you get into farming, because as you can see here, purple blotch is affecting my onions. You will use a lot of agrochemicals. They are expensive. Yes, and you have to know each one of them and what it does. Crop failure is the next one. You don't have a guarantee that if you plant today that your crops will be harvested at the end of the season. So think about all that. The other issue is market. For example, here I have onions that I can't sell because right now the market is flooded. And look at them. Very, very, very good quality of onions. Yes, and the prices are very low. So if the production is low and you multiply by the price, you don't even get a profit. So, and if you manage to break even, well, you will have worked for the whole season for free. So, and in time, in between time, until next time, have a great one.